on, baby, let's start anew. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. Breaking up is oh so hard to do. Thank you, Neil Sedaka, for all your great songs. Thank you.
What was that? No, that's fine. You can just clip.
In case you use the second channel, I put the low pad on. So
Cool.
Just cutting out because of the basement.
Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it feels like it's time to start the comedy show. What do you guys think? Oh, come on. You got more in you than that. It's a Monday night. You called sitters. You're neglecting your children to be here if you have them. You found the coolest thing going on a Monday night on Maui. If you're ready for some comedy, make some freaking noise. Let's do this. To the tens watching live and to the hundreds, possibly thousands watching at home, welcome to the Comedy Simulator. Yes, this is it. The thing we've been looking forward to. If you don't know, this is not an actual comedy show, but a simulated comedy experience. What does that mean? You are not a real audience. We are not real comedians. What does that mean? Nobody charged you money, so lower your expectations. That's the golden rule here at the Comedy Simulator. You're going to see some amazing, okay, yeah, thank you, applaud that. Yeah. Some of this is going to be great. You're going to see some moments of genius. Some of this is going to suck. That's part of comedy too. And you're here for the ground floor of things. This is an open mic that we game showified to make it a lot more fun than the usual open mic. Audience member of the night, that's right, we have those. Whoever is the best audience member tonight will win a free bottle of High Spice hot sauce. That's right. Handcrafted hot sauce made here on the island of Maui. Jalapeno is the featured sauce tonight. Jalapeno, pineapple, cilantro, ginger, cumin, lime. Why do you know it so well, Chino? Well, it's because it's my personal recipe. It's the first sauce I created for High Spice. That's right. Handcrafted, these hands. So if you want my hands in your mouth, win that hot sauce. That's how you do it. Comedian of the night. Normally we split tips, but we got some financial changes because we got a higher production for our live stream. Give it up for Skylar from Shroomcat Studios, making us look sick. We have a live stream on our channel at Comedy Simulator. Check it out. You can join the comments section. It's probably the most ruthless, brutal place on the planet where people judge us on our image, sexual orientations. Here, look, you even got a live thing right here. Yeah, you can see it live. They will be picking on us as the show goes on. Hey, thank you. Jimbo is the #1 comic. He's the #1 commenter. He's also in the room as a comic. Yeah, so tonight's theme is peer review. Every comedian's going to get a brief little bit of notes after their set just to find ways to sharpen their material. I'll have an assisting comedian with me right now. Ted Anderson will be the first one. We'll give his introductory set in a little bit. Unless you want to go first. You want to go first, Teddy? He's still getting stuff. He's still getting stuff. Okay, so we'll get him up probably around 4th or 5th, and then he'll start doing some notes to help me out. All right, are we ready to start the simulator? Are we ready to begin? All right, let's do it. Begin simulation. Do you guys want me to start gently, or do you want me to start kind of rough? Rough Daddy? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. Taylor Swift is getting married soon. Travis Kelce. Everyone's excited in pop culture. Everyone's excited. And I think it's a beautiful thing. However, nobody's talking about how Taylor Swift is probably just getting gorilla fucked. Have you not seen the size of this man, Travis Kelce? He's on a field with big men, and he's the biggest. He's probably picking up and standing 69 in Taylor Swift. And nobody's talking about it. Why are we talking about all this crappy news when we could be talking about America's sweetheart? All right, this is a new joke. Thank you. She finished that joke, so I didn't have to. Thank you so much. I was going there, but I didn't think anybody was on the train with me, so I was like, all right, that's it. So I miss Ernest movies. You guys remember those things? Every time the holidays came around, we had like Ernest Saves Christmas, or for some reason we had like a 60-year-old smoker hanging out with a bunch of kids. And it's like, hey, we got to save Santa Claus. He's stuck in the bayou. And they went and they saved Santa. Like, Ernest Scared Stupid. He saved Halloween. Kids have never have kids been in more danger than they are today. And that's why I think we need a new Ernest movie. Ernest goes to the island, right? Ernest releases the files. Just, hey, Vern, we got to help those kids. They're in danger. I won't get into specifics. I thought that last punch was funny. I don't know what happened there, guys. Were you guys Epstein fans? What's going on out there, you weirdos? Who's Ernest? Oh. There we go. I'm old. That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know you're old. When your references are no longer relevant. It happens. It happens fast, and I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. I wouldn't want to be young in today's society anyways. It seems difficult. I mean, I thought I was never going to own a house, but these kids aren't going to rent. They're just like this next generation's like, oh, you guys don't own a house? We're not working. We're not even jumping into the competition. And I respect that. That's very punk rock of you. I got a younger worker at my day job, and they did something called, quiet quitting? Silent quitting? Where they just stopped showing up. No calls, no text, no like, hey, I'm not going to be showing up anymore. Just like, just didn't show up to a shift. And we're like, are they okay? Texted them, no return. It wasn't until I saw this person at a comedy show that I was like, are you coming back? They're like, fuck no, I got another job already, dude. I'm like, not a text, I know, right? They ghosted them, yeah. I'm like, how are breakups going to work for these new kids, right? You're not even going to know you're broken up with until you're watching them fuck somebody on OnlyFans. You're going to be like, what's going on? I thought we were dating. I know that tattoo on that butt cheek. That's my boyfriend. That must be nice. I haven't been single since before dating apps. Yeah, never got to Tinder, never got to Bumble, never got to Hinge. I don't know any of the other words that you guys have tried out. It seems pretty terrifying. But I did go on a blind date back when those were a thing. Remember those? Where your friends were like, oh, you're single? Oh, I got the perfect person for you. I know you. I know what you like. I know who you're into. I got a person for you. And then you meet the person, and you find out your friends don't know a fucking thing about you. You're like, what is this? This is not a human I want to be with. What? Are we too similar? Is that the problem? I don't know. I got met up with a girl from Florida, and I knew it wasn't going to work when we started drinking. You know, like when you're on a date and you see somebody start to drink, and you're like, oh, okay, I got to keep up with them. And then at a certain point, you're like, I don't think I can. She started off the date by getting 2 Long Islands. Not even one. She's like, let me get 2 Long Islands. What are you getting? And I was like, let's just double that up. Let's just double it up. I was Edward 40 handsing 2 Long Island iced teas. Yeah. It did not end well. At first, she's like, yeah, I'm from Florida. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of college football. I went to the state. And like, we're talking about college football. And after 3 Long Islands, she's like, you ain't a gator. You're gator bait. Chomp, chomp. And I'm like, all right. This date went from a blind date to dating blind because I am so drunk that I can't see what's going on here. And then I had one with a girl from Australia. And that's like the Florida of the rest of the world, right? Like what Florida is to the United States, Australia is to everybody. I don't have time to tell the rest of that joke. It gets gross. We don't need to get there. You guys? No, I won't give it to you. Maybe I'll give it to you later. That's the power I hold. You guys ready to get this mic started? All right, for the first set for Note Night, got to give it up for the drug dealer. All right, he's a pharmacist. I got to be more accurate. Give it up for Mr. Rick Jager.
All right, how we doing? Go Padres! The Padres beat the LA Dodgers today. Yay! I don't have a joke for that. I just like saying it whenever I can. So I spent a year in San Diego. That's when the Padres became my team. During COVID, I had to go over there and work as a pharmacist for the state of California, and they paid me an insane amount of money to mix up and give monoclonal antibodies to COVID positive people. So we were helping them get better by giving them drugs. So I had to mix it up and make sure that we put the microchip into each dose for all the people that slipped through and didn't get the microchip in their vaccine. So I recently saw the 40th anniversary of Top Gun on the big screen. Y'all like Top Gun? A lot of that movie was shot in San Diego, and I noticed something that I didn't notice the first time I saw it on the big screen. Tom Cruise clenched his jaw a lot in that movie to show that he was upset or under stress, or I don't know. It just, I'm getting bawled out by my ship commander. Let me clench my jaw. Goose has died. Let me clench my jaw. Now, I heard a rumor that this was in the 80s that they shot this. Between Simpson and Bruckheimer, that the cocaine was flowing freely at that point on the set. That could account for Tom's clenching. So, I don't know. So anyway, my wife and I have been married for, I don't know, 38 years or something like that. She's not here. She's back in Virginia. I've discovered the secret to a long, successful marriage is to just stay the fuck away from each other for as long as possible. So we've just gotten to the point now where we're just waiting around to see who wins. The death lottery, if you will. We have a daughter who lives at home with us still. She's only 36. You can't push them out of the nest too quick. I mean, they just won't survive. So she has a tagline that she'll use after she says something mean. She'll say, "I'm just saying," like it's some kind of magic eraser to make what she just said okay somehow. So she'll say, "Hey, Dad, you're getting kind of fat. Why don't you go to the gym?" I'm just saying. So I just say to her, "Honey, you know I love you, right? But you are a 36-year-old customer service rep who still lives at home with her parents. And if you think you're going to inherit this house, you've got another thing coming, because that goes to the winner of the death lottery." I'm just saying. So I've been a pharmacist now for 40 years plus now, guys. Thank you, thank you. Lately, I've been doing a lot of contract work because for some reason, they don't really like to hire a 65-year-old pharmacist. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, interviewing. I really hate interviewing. I'll do okay with the interview until they get to the question, "So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, surfing on Maui. Yeah, I didn't get that job. Don't get me wrong, pharmacy has been very good to me. It's given me a great life. It's allowed me to travel. It brought me here. I'm just really, really tired.
Fine. You left so many punchlines on the table. You had 2 setups for Tom Cruise about him clenching his jaw. You could have had one about Scientology telling everybody that he's having gay sex. You could have done so many things with so much of your setup about being pharmacist, what it was like in San Diego. Like, go and look at your stuff and either cut words or add punchlines.
There we go. Meat on the bone. Ted Anderson with his notes for this round. By the way, a punchline every 7 seconds or one line of setup to one line of punch, Ted doesn't do that, so don't worry about that. Don't worry, don't stress it. That's the goal. It isn't the standard. All right, coming up next to the stage, another fellow open mic runner. He runs the Kihei Show every Tuesday. Give it up for Mr. Morgan, Tom Asian.
Hey, thanks everybody. Cool to be back here in Pattaya Town with the new equipment. It's fantastic. I'm at this point in my life. I'm not really sure what point, but I'm at a point. No, I've reached that age where I injure myself sleeping. So my neck was feeling great yesterday, and I went to bed, and then this morning I woke up. I don't know what the fuck happened. I can't even move. It's crazy though. You all talk about Tom Cruise, and he's in like a bunch of movies where you think you've seen the movie before, but it's not. Like, for example, he was a pilot. He was a pretty good pilot. He could have been a great pilot, but he had like this crisis of conscience, and then suddenly he wasn't as good of a pilot anymore. But then he meets this beautiful woman, and he falls in love. She convinces him to be a better pilot, and so he saves the day in the end of the movie. But then a few years later, he's a race car driver, and he's a pretty good race car driver. But then he could be a really, really good race car driver, but then he has this crisis of conscience, and he meets this lady who's really beautiful, and next thing you know, she convinces him to be a better race car driver. And anyway, so enough about Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is old enough, he's probably a grandparent now, and Rick might even be a grandparent. I'm not a grandparent because I don't have any kids. That's why you don't do that. But what I do know is you used to hear grandparents speaking about cocaine. They used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola, in the bottle, in the drink, and they would drink it. And that is why your grandparents could walk uphill 5 miles to the school carrying a 50-pound book bag, and it was in the snow both ways uphill. Anyway, yeah, that's how they got that. And then the other thing, I don't do much more of is dating. Instead, what I do is I just have girls move in with me. I foster women until they find their forever home. But I would like to shout out though. You guys know Elizabeth Warren is here tonight. Just to point that out. Hey, we love Elizabeth Warren. This is Maui. You can say that. You can say that. 3 unfortunate facts. Today is not Friday. Tomorrow's not Friday, and the next day ain't Friday either. But I know, and it sucks to be a downer. I just want to remind you, too, that April was Procrastination Month. So, I was gonna start a support group for procrastinators. And they say that people who are smarter tend to be lazier, or at least that's what the title of the article said. I didn't read it, so I'm not really sure. Let's see. What else can I tell you about these? It was the weekend, and I found a great website over the weekend for ordering sausage. I'll send you the link. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any more bad jokes for you guys, but stick around because there's a lot more funny people coming. Aloha! Phew.
Keep it going for Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, great timing tonight, Morgan. Good job. My only notes would be like scrub some of those uhs out of there. I think if you didn't say at all, you'd have an actual minute and a half of set. You'd get more stage time out of it. That's all the notes I had. Ted, what you got?
Your set has gotten infinitely better. Your jokes have gotten better. Your timing has gotten better. The fostering women is hilarious because I see a few of the strays that you've brought in here. I would say know when to stick your punches so you have a good laugh and then like you're trying to think of something else to add. When you're in a show like this and you're just working on your set and feedback, just have clip stuff and then you're done and then you move versus an open mic where you can kind of stumble around. But getting so much better, man.
All right, keep it going for Morgan Tom Asian, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming up next to the stage, is this your first time doing stand-up? Have you been on stage before? Never. First time on stage, first time stand-up comedian. Meet for the grinder. Give it up for Julie Jules Forte.
Okay, so I don't know how to use this. Okay, well, what else is new? All right. So, hi. I'm going to be using my notes. Tonight, it's not working. Is it working? Oh, okay. So tonight I'm going to tell tale of an individual who I dated for a couple of years. Still, I guess, dating in a strange way. And his name is, I just realized I don't like the moniker that I was about to use for him. Let's call him David September. Okay, so let's tell the tale of David September. Why? Why would I date this boy for 2 to 3 years? Date, very loose term. Well, a couple reasons. One, Tinder profile, chef's kiss, beautiful, stunning, fucking Jason Momoa, light, 5'10", bit of a gut, but still fucking sexy as hell. And he actually has an extraordinary marking that I thought was so fucking sexy. And I can't really out what it is because it'll out him, but it's like a very strong tribal warrior. He's a white boy who was born here, tribal warrior tattoo. Let's just put it that way. Maybe somewhere in this region. So yeah, I thought that was really, really fucking sexy. And number 2 was homeboy could throw down. Just yes, and 3, 1, 2, 3, just absolutely, just a perfect situation, and it was great. He would come over, and it was just, he is just unbelievable, just like he just got out of prison, which he did. So let me just give you a little bit of a background on David September. He's a fucking straight up criminal. I think he's the sweetest. I do. I love him so much. He's just darling. He is a biker gang, prison going, fucking straight up criminal. So we're just comfortable after a night together and we're having a little moment of just some herbal refreshments. And I never really say much because I love his stories. They're so great. They're so fucking dark. It's like Sons of Anarchy and I'm like, oh my God. It's great. I'm just like, oh, you're so cute. You're so sweet. He's the sweetest thing. And he's like 25 years old. So finally, I usually don't say anything. And finally, I just, I'm really fucking high. And I bring up the subject of funeral tacos. Now, funeral tacos, my friends, are what I want to be. I would like to be spit roasted and served as delicious, delicious tacos upon my death. Now, that is a joke. And I said this to this boy, and he looked at me like I was fucking crazy, like I was really fucking crazy. And he had a look on his face just like, I don't know, man. He looks at me, he goes, I'm gonna have to process that. And cue running footsteps, slamming doors, just screeching tires. He's just gone. He's gone. So I'm thinking to myself, murder. Yeah, murder. That's what he went to prison for. So That's my joke. That's my joke. That homeboy bailed on me who went to prison for murder because I wanted to be tacos. Thank you very much. He called me on Valentine's Day. I did not pick up. Yes.
Great job. Hey, first time. That's a great first time. Get it for Julie Jules Forte. He did call you back, but this is a collect call from Honolulu Institute. Great storytelling, great intrigue. You did a great job building up there. I want to see you stand up and tell that story. I feel like you could have done some really cool physical elements to it. So if you're planning on writing that in joke form, the best thing to do would be go through that whole story, highlight all the parts that are the punchlines, and then find the tightest line between them. But you had some great punchlines in that story. I mean, fantastic first time doing stand-up. Ted, what do you got to say?
Literally amazing first time. Like, yeah, most of our first times end up in crying. So that was really good. I would say just keep coming out and keep grinding, because usually someone has an awesome set like that, and then they come and have a few stinkers and they disappear into the wind. I would love to see you keep coming and get better and better and better.
Yeah, I would love to see how well you do in a bad set. I bet you would have a good bad set. That's a hard thing to do. That's one of the hardest things to do in comedy. All right, your next set is one of the people judging the comics, the person who's been giving notes. We're giving a quick set to Mr. Doc Titanium, Ted Anderson.
Hey, everybody. I was hoping to go later because there is a massive checkpoint on the Pi'ilani, and I am terrified to go home. I drove from Kihei. For those of you that don't know, Kihei is where on Maui you move if your dream is to give up on your dreams. Kihei is for people that said, I can't make it in the mainland, let's not make it in paradise. Yeah. There's a lot of the tattoo museum in Kihei. Do you guys know what the tattoo museum is? It's like dated tattoos. You just see old tattoos. Like the girl's like, oh my God, I came to Maui in high school when I graduated, and on my ankle, I got a plumeria and a honu, because that's my amakua. And then I got barbed wire around my arm because Pamela Lee Anderson is fierce, and I feel that one day if I work hard, I can have hepatitis C also. And then I couldn't get a real job, so I taught English in Tibet, and I got this Tibetan prayer on my side. Or it's in the ingredients for top ramen. I don't know. I'm not sure. But then I got an eagle across my back because Trump and freedom. And it says for free. But that was like 15 years ago, and I've put on some weight, so it looks like 2 handprints that says for free. So we had our kids on island here. I have 3 daughters. The first one was had on island here. And what you may not know is when you have a child on island, you have to go to the hospital and they give you a class about all the ins and outs of what's going to happen during the childbirthing process. And during that time, the head nurse comes to the front of the room and she says, I would like you all to know that during the birthing process, there's a lot of pressure that builds up between the amusement park and the grittier amusement park. Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm. Space Mountain, log ride. And some people allow that pressure to erupt naturally and a fault line will occur. And if that happens, those women are never the same because it doesn't heal properly. But if you tell your doctor, he can give you a small incision and release that pressure, and with a few stitches, you'll be okay. Right at that moment, from a side door, kicks open, poof! An older nurse walks across the room to a cooler, bends over, koosh, door shuts. Head nurse looks at the room and goes, never the same. All right, guys, my name is Ted Anderson. Have a good night.
Ted Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. He's giving notes. My note to you, take your own notes. No, those were good. He had some rolling punchlines that saved up for the long wind up to them. But you get a sense of rhythm. That's how Ted tells jokes. One more time, Ted Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming to the stage, the baby of the year voted by last year's superlatives. I think he's still the youngest comedian in our group, unless you want to bring some more young children to the comedy scene. Bring me your children. No, just checking. The Epstein of comedy. That sounds disgusting. I got an island. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come to the stage. Give it for Jackson Babine.
Are you gonna tie-dye on the way up? Only in Paia. You guys wake up like an hour or two before your alarm, and you're faced with that age-old dilemma of going to sleep or not. You can never choose the right one. It's like that old question of like, would you rather blow your dad or eat out your mom? There's no good answer. I stayed up, so apparently I blew my dad. I don't know how that works. So I'm flying back to the East Coast tomorrow night to I'm gonna surprise my younger sister because she doesn't think I'm gonna go to her high school graduation, and so my brother and I are gonna surprise her. Yeah, except comedian brain of me almost ruined it like 3 weeks ago because I was like, oh, I'll be in the East Coast, I can set up a show. Yeah, she would have saw the advertisements I put out. Thank God I was a procrastinator. I have a girlfriend now. I'm in a happy relationship. Thank you, Ted. Thank you. I know you thought it would never happen. But this round of relationship, I was buying tampons for her, guys, and I was reading all the thousands of fucking different boxes, but they all said unscented tampons. I didn't know they made scented tampons, and if they did, what is it gonna be? Got like watermelon scented, cherry. Yeah, cherry always hits too close to home. You're like, not cherry. It's fair. Hey, honestly, better than blue raspberry, but whatever. I just thought of that one. That was fun. No, I do. I love my girlfriend. I hate going to Ross with her. That's the one thing. Because, I'm very to the point. I'm still a big child. I want to go to the shoe section, I want to go to the toy section, and then I want to leave. And she wants to hit every single aisle. So I just started, after I finish at the toy section, I walk over and I go, hey, I'm going to go tell customer service to call your name over the loudspeaker like I'm a lost child. And then we always leave after that. Works perfectly. The next day, we found ourselves at Costco. She was on a mission, She had to just get stuff for her restaurant, and then we were leaving. But I took us to every single sample station that they had at Costco. If they were steaming the dumplings, we were staying. We were sitting there waiting for them to make some, mediocre sausages, and I was like, yo, this is my Ross. I know how she feels now. Also, just for guys in a relationship or plan to be, girls care way much more about pubes than we do, guys. They do. If we're already down there, that's not going to stop us. But can't say the same for the flip side, you know what I mean? But now that I have a girlfriend, we've had conversations about it because we communicate well. So I just let her do it because I was like, you know how you want it done. So she trimmed them a couple weeks ago, and she, put them in a little dustpan, right? And then she opened the front door and she went. She lives on a property with chickens, guys. That means there's a chicken making a coop with my pubes right fucking now, guys. All right, that's disgusting to you. Whatever. I was planning on ending on that, but whatever. Like I was saying earlier, I'm a giant child. I had a root beer float for breakfast like 2 weeks ago, guys, on my way to work. But what can you expect from a guy that looks like Jack Sparrow sailed into the X Games? I'm Jackson Babine, guys. Have a good night.
Good job, Jackson. Jackson Babine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what I got for notes for you. I think you got an easy setup there where it's like, hey, I got a girlfriend now, which means I've got a place to stay. I'm just saying. You could relate. There we go. That's rolling for you. Okay. You can relate it, a lot of the things that you were saying, like, to your look. Like, I know you can tell by my look, and then some of the things that you're listing. I would like to hear the things that you've changed in your life to get a girlfriend. I would like to know the things that you had to stop doing to allow a woman into your life. I think there's a hilarious bit in there. He's like, I already got 4. Ted, you got any extra notes on top of that? Ted says you're getting tighter, which is disgusting. No, he says good writing. That's good writing is what he's saying. All right, coming up next to the stage, we have a guest visiting us from Pittsburgh. One of the few people that I get to look up to, and I mean that in quite a literal sense. The biggest comedian on Maui right now. Give it up for Chuck Lewis.
God, hello. I'm Chuck. I'm 6'10", which I recently found out is too tall to 69. Found out the hard way. A girl sat on my face, just had a face full of my tummy hairs. I'm eating her out. She just eating some cookie crumbs I had left in there from earlier. She was a big girl. She liked it, guys. She was into it. She was like, Chips Ahoy belly button shots, delicious. She had about 6 or 7. No, I really did. The reason I stopped 69 and those same girl on top of me had a dingleberry stuck to her butt cheek. Dude, shaking like a snack in a vending machine. And I hate Milk Duds. They're my least favorite candy. I'm worried about getting pink eye mostly. I'm eating her out. I got one eye closed. I look like that emoji. I'm like, I'm like, is that what that emoji means? Said that to my boss last week. I got to eat his butt, I guess. Them's the rules. No, I'm very fucking big. I'm so big I ordered Chinese food, they gave me 6 fortune cookies. I was like, holy shit, that's how many people they thought that food was for. The guy goes, 6 cookies, this is no fortune, this is prophecy at this point. Goes, Confucius says, man who eats 8 chicken dinners is no winner, turns out. I'm gonna die young, I'm like a Great Dane, I understand, I don't got a long lifespan. I had a doctor tell me that once. He's like, you're a big guy with a regular heart, you're not gonna live long. I said, I'm 15 getting a basketball physical right now. Just ruined my summer vacation. What else is going on? I'm trying to stay informed, I'm trying to learn. I try to learn about this Elon Musk guy. Learn about Elon Musk, yeah, he's definitely a goofball. Looked up his wife, he got a new baby mama. She's famous for writing anti-trans kids books. What a horrible thing to be famous for. How do you even write an anti-trans kids book? She was like, hickory dickory dock. That woman does not have a cock. 2 million copies sold. Anti-trans author, she's J.K. Rowling, this bitch, dude. It's crazy. She said, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, and only girls have muffets. Only girls are born with them. But I looked up the book. It's a real book. It's about an elephant that wants to be a bird, but he can't because he's an elephant. Like there was an elephant that could fly. His name was Dumbo, you stupid bitch. So your book don't even make sense. in Dumbo's trans, I guess. I don't know. I don't have an ending for that joke. Was trying to stay informed, though, the Epstein list. It's too complicated now. I like back in the day when there was one name, and it was Stephen Hawking. That was the only guy we had to worry about. When all the pedophiles got together and they said, we need a guy to throw under the bus. Who looks like they've been under a bus before? And they said, that crippled guy, Stephen Hawking. And they said, Stephen Hawking had little kids naked doing math problems. That pissed me off, dude. You tell me these kids got fucked in the ass and they had to do their homework? That's where I draw the line, dude. Fuck them in the ass, but don't make them do their homework. That's all I'm saying, dude. One or the other. You know, one of those kids was like, can't I just go blow Bill Gates again? He had an Xbox at least. What do I got here? I want to have sex with an orangutan because I think I could make a Bigfoot. Think about it. That would be fun. Who's going to break into the zoo with me after this? Do you guys even have an orangutan out here? No, we're going to have to go back to the mainland, fucking orangutan. I'm old-fashioned now. I'm going to have to marry that orangutan before we have sex. That's the kind of guy I am. And that's going to be a fun wedding. She's going to be walking down the aisle, doing that walk she does. Be like, damn, that's that walk I fell in love with her for. It's a perfect plan. The only thing that could go wrong is if I found out I was infertile. I'll be the doctor sad. I'll be like, damn, I fucked that orangutan for nothing. He'll be like, you can adopt him. Like, the kid didn't know he's adopted. His mom's a fucking orangutan. I'm gonna miss doubtfire this kid his whole life. On his 18th birthday, I'll rip the wig off. I'll be like, your mom's an orangutan. That's why we keep getting monkeypox in the house. All right, I didn't like that one either. My mom went to prison when I was a kid, but she was embarrassed about it, so she told me she was going to college instead. We visit her on the weekends, go to school Monday. All the teachers like, your kid's got to get good grades and go to college. Told my buddies, guys, you do not want to go to college. The teachers have guns in there. All right, that's my time, guys. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Chuck Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to give notes to that set. That was a great, great tempo. I feel like you brought some A game. You remember those jokes about Travis Kelce fucking Taylor Swift? I think I want to see the next person I want to see fuck Taylor Swift. I want to see that shit. That's one person you can standing 69. All right. Wow, what happened? Momentum just died. Hey. One more time for Chuck Lewis. Let's bring that back. There we go. There we go. Ted, you got any notes? No notes, yeah? What do you got? You got a compliment. Yeah, very quick setup punch, Dangerfield. Yeah, a gem of classic material, modernized style. Appreciate you, Chuck. Thanks for blessing our mic, man. We appreciate you. All right, coming up next to the stage, a comedian who joins the comments list quite a bit. They're always getting you. Give it up for Mr. Jimbo.
All right, let's keep going for Chino. Rad. Let's also give it up for Timu Tony Soprano. That was rad. Honestly, he's like the new age Tony Soprano. Like, he could fuck a male orangutan. I don't know. It's like, I know you were all thinking it. Jackson, shout out to Jackson. Let's give it up for Jackson Babine. He's Jack Sparrow if Jack Sparrow sailed the 7 STDs. You know, that was. Oh man, you guys hear? We're gonna get this big El Nino. You guys hear about that? El Nino's coming this summer. For those of you who don't know anything, El Nino is where the water gets warmer in the Pacific Ocean. So we're gonna get fucked up. Some gnarly storms are gonna happen. They're gonna mess us up. And it's evident we're starting to see the repercussions of all the ice stuff last summer, right? El Nino's pissed. El Nino actually means little boy in Spanish. That means we're starting to see the repercussions of this Epstein Island shit. El Nino's pissed. Okay, cool. Cultured crowd. Good. You're right, Chino. There are a bunch of Epstein fans. Weird. Cool. Paya. Bunch of people suffering from PTLSD in here. I get it. Morgan's out there like, did I go already? I don't know. Anyone else going through it in here? Yeah. Anyone else going through it enough to yell it across the room? Or get on stage and talk about it? I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm bad at describing it, so I don't know if I'm in like the ebb or the flow of my life. Like, I don't know if it's all uphill from here or downhill from here. I don't know if I'm on the wagon or off the wagon. I do know I want to kill my, no, I'm just kidding. So I want to stick this out and see it through. I just don't, I can't have kids, right? I'll survive, but I'm not going to have kids. Because in this weird society we're in right now, in this crazy time we're in, what if I have a kid and they turn out to be white? That's terrible. See, it used to be like a lottery winner there. And now you're like, that would suck, Jim. Oh, man. And I'm so poor, I subscribe to Amazon Lite. Anyone else in here? Amazon Lite's the same thing as Amazon Prime. It costs $3 a month. And you get to do everything you get to do with Amazon Prime, but when you go to put stuff in your cart, you can't ever check out. Windows shopping for poors. This is bad. It's where I'm at. Thought we weren't judging here. All right, cool. Let's see. What other? Oh, I went to Ross the other day. Who's my Ross shoppers in here? Yeah, we do have some poor people. Sick. I went to Ross and I went to pay with a $100 bill, and she put the marker on it. And I was like, lady, if I could print fake 100s, you think I'd be shopping at fucking Ross? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's bad. I don't know. Times are weird. I actually, on Oahu, they had a gun trade-in. You guys hear about that? You could trade in your guns, and they give you a gift card to, like, a supermarket. So I flew over there because I had some miles. That's how poor I am. I'm, like, compounding miles with my gun. What am I going to get for it? I have no money, but I have a couple guns. So usually the correlation. So I went over there with my gun, and I traded into the police station, and they gave me a $100 like a Safeway card. And I was like, what a bad deal. I could have got way more than $100 if I just went into Safeway with my gun. I tried to get a refund. I went back. I'm like, can we redo this? And they're like, no. Weird. They marked me down. You guys, online shoppers, you guys get that option to pay later? Any of those pay later option? You guys seen that? I hate when I get that shit. Pay later. The audacity of these people to think that if I can't pay now, things are going to get better and I'm going to be able to pay later. Like, I'm already paying later. I'm using credit. Like, what? You only pay later on credit? Deal. Sold. Every time I'm doing that. Every time. All right, let's see what I got for you. Get into my list of new jokes. My new jokes. Sorry, my new jokes. You guys know the terms these young kids are using these days, like, the sigmas and all that stuff? I heard one the other day, we're cooked. Did you guys hear that one? We're cooked. You think Jewish parents let their kids say that? That's rough. All right, I'll leave you one more. Listen, I know the Jews are taking a lot of heat lately. Sorry, Lindsay, I know. They're taking a lot of heat lately. Arguably more heat than they've ever taken before. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with one thing. I'm going to do it tonight. I promised Chino I wouldn't do it. I promised the chat I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to say the N-word. I'm going to do it. He zooms in on this. Netanyahu, 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 Netanyahu. If I say it 3 times, Beetlejuice comes out. All right, everybody, my name is Jimbo. Let's keep it going for Chino.
Jimbo, ladies and gentlemen, making sure that we don't get monetized by saying Netanyahu. Thanks a lot. Before I get into notes, I just want to say the best comment in the comment section was from Immortal Chaff. He said you look like a Reddit moderator for ICP threads, specifically. They couldn't not pay attention to your outfit. They said they love the shirt, they love the shorts, just not the combo together. Just clean it up. Clean it up. That's their notes. Your writing's gotten much tighter. Love the beat writing. Now we got to get your transitions tight. You got a little bit of staccato in between the jokes. Let's find a way to smooth that over. But great set. One more time for Jimbo. Give it up for him. Coming to the stage next, If you've seen our roast battle recently, he was last year's champion and was defeated by this year's champion. Give it up for Mr. Joel Hewins.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody keep it going for our amazing host, Chino. All right, I wasn't going to talk about it, but Morgan brought up Tom Cruise. I was thinking about it on the way here. I just want to share this. For those of you who don't know, Tom Cruise is 4'11". Let me say that again. He's 4'11". If you look him up on Google, he's 5'7", but I've seen him in person. He's 4'11". It totally changed every way I watch Mission Impossible. You know what I mean? Every time he kicks a guy in the face, I'm like, that's incredible that he's doing that off of a milk crate. Or that scene in Jerry Maguire where he goes, "You complete me." I'm like, yeah, and those platform heels you're standing on, Tom. God bless your Scientologist heart. I don't have a lot of money. I've been kind of broke recently, so instead of Netflix, I've been watching a knockoff version of Netflix. I've been watching this show. It's kind of like Sex in the City, but they can't call it that, so it's just called Fucking in the Woods. And instead of the show Stranger Things, I've been watching a show called Obscure Objects. It's been pretty good. Forgive me here, I gotta check these notes. What do we got here? I'm a dad. There's a very special moment that happens when you hold your child for the first time. Something you'd never expect. From that moment on, in the rest of your life, you will fantasize about killing pedophiles. Yeah. You know, it happens at random. The other day I was backing out of a parking spot, and I caught my reflection in the rearview mirror, and I turned into Liam Neeson for a second. I said, "I have a particular set of skills, and if you ever try to hurt my daughter, I'll fucking..." And I backed over a child in the process. Kind of like unintentionally, but you know, it's just the way that it went. I'm single. The other night, I went over to a woman's house for some free time, and she made me short rib and roasted vegetables. It was the best meal I had eaten in like 2 years, and I know that because that was the last time that a woman had cooked for me. But I was putting it together in my head. She had jazz music on. She was cooking short rib. We were hanging out. We were chatting. And I have absolutely no game whatsoever. So at a certain point, I actually looked at the clock and saw that it was almost 1 a.m. And I felt like I was overstaying my welcome. So I said, "Hey, listen, I'll never try to seduce you unless you try to seduce me." And then on the way home, I put it all together. I put the short rib, the jazz music, the late night. I was like, fuck, man, I wish I had more situational awareness. Or like any at all, for that matter. Let me see here. What else do I got on this notes? I'm going to try some crowd work. You're a very interesting looking individual. Sir, do you like dogs or cats more? Dogs? Okay, easy follow-up question. How many cats do you think it would take to make a jacket? Really visualize it. 27. Sir, I think it's very commendable that you're convinced you could teach 27 cats to sew. You might be onto a business idea there. That's cute, right? That's cute. We'll keep it lighthearted. You, sir, do you like dogs or horses more? Well, would you like dogs more than horses or horses more than dogs? This question is taking way too long. Where's Chuck? Where's that gigantic man, Chuck? You in here? Oh, he's out back. All right, let me ask this guy. You, sir, have you ever been caught masturbating? No? So you don't want to talk about it? I guess I'll have to talk about it. Everybody, I caught this guy masturbating earlier today. No. Let me tell you this. This is my last joke I'll tell you. I got caught masturbating by my dad one time. Really smooth segue into that, right? Anyway, I'll save you a long story for this. Basically, everything concluded with my dad knocking on my bedroom window right as I was masturbating into my hand and making eye contact with my father. And here's the cool thing about my dad. He never brought it up, ever. We've still to this day never talked about it. And I kind of want to ask him on his deathbed. I want to be like, hey, Dad, do you remember that time that I came looking into your eyes? Please tell me you remember that, because I fathered a child, and I didn't even do that with the woman who is her mother. So please tell me, Dad, you remember that. All right. All right, last but not least, guys, I just want to make a quick announcement. It's a big announcement. Kudos to Ivan and myself. On June 6th, Saturday, June 6th, we are starting our own open mic at Backlit Buddha Studios at 6 o'clock. We're going to call it The Show Up. If you guys think you're funny, if you think you got something worth laughing at, show up so you can show everybody up. Comics, it's $5 to enter. Best comic of the night gets $50. 10 slots, 5 minutes apiece. Let's see what you got. I'll see you then.
Keep it going for Joel Hewins. Why did your advertisement for the new mic sound like a threat, Joel? Relax. Nah, well, make sure we check out that mic. It's going to be bi-monthly, 2 a month, so we're gonna check that out. I'll be showing up to that, trying to win the $50. So that's mine. I'm taking that shit. No. All right. Up next, I believe it was last week's comic of the night. I mean, if you've heard it. You know it's not easy. It's Ezra.
Bing, bing. Like you said, it's not easy. It's EZRA. I'd say I gave up booze about 14 years ago. Now I just cheer. No. Yeah, so long story short, or short story long, Ezra, my name means helper. So lately I've been just trying to live up to my name, trying to get into that form. So every now and then I'll go, let's go Powers, zoom, and I'll be at the old lady's door helping her with her groceries, or defusing any situation that anybody gets into. I'm real good at that. If somebody gets into an argument, domestics, I'm real good at calming them down and figuring out the situation and diverting it. So that's like some of my powers that I developed. One other power that I really have is I say what I think. Like women belong in the kitchen. Hallelujah. This generation is way different nowadays, but I grew up with a different generation, got to experience a lot. Trying to teach my daughter where to go. Women, their superpowers is emotions. Like emotions her to the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. No. Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'd say every time I come up with a new joke, I always say it. Like this new one I came up with was, every time somebody says, hey, how are you? They'll be like, oh, I'm good. And I always would come back like, how do you know? And so they start questioning themselves like, how do I know I'm good? And I say it so much that my wife is in my ear. Every time I say it, she's like, overusing it. That's the third time this week you're saying it. I was like, dang. So I always got to come up with new stuff. But which is fine. Like this guy came up with this solar panels, and his shirt says, Sun Run. And of course, me with my comedian accent, so I go, he came up strolling, so I was like, hey, you guys should change your name to Sun Run too. And then, of course, my wife in the back, Sun Walk. I was like, dang. She even beating me to all my punchlines. I was like, oh, touche, touche. I'd like to make a shout out to my sister, Ange. Today's her birthday. Yes, so I was like the master of nicknames. One name I was really afraid of saying was my brother's nickname that we made up. So his name is Not a Wow, but my sister couldn't say it, so she always said Wow Wow. And we came up with this word. Make sure he's not around. Bowser. Ooh, I know you heard that one. Last time I said that, I got truss kicked off my chair about 10 feet. So that's why I'm real hesitant to say that name. Growing up in Hawaiian Beaches, my sister, one time I was shooting the water hose at her, and she was riding her bike, and I was chasing her with the water hose all the way, and she ran right on the road, and the car came, boom, hit her. And I was like, oh, dang. So what's the first thing you do? You run, you wind up that water hose, hide that evidence, you go inside, you fold your blanket, make sure no evidence is seen, you eat your peas at the table, and then you go tell your parents, oh yeah, Angel's underneath the car, she just got hit by a car. Like, dang, I know, but that was brutal. I feel bad for my sister, I was real overprotective. I didn't let no boy talk to her at all. Anybody talk to her, it was just like, I would tell them straight, like, that's my sister, step away. So she kind of outsmarted me, which I never saw coming. So by the age of 17, she started dating girls. I was like, dang. And then I started begging her, please, Ange, please. Ange, please. Please. But it was too late, so my younger sister, I did overprotect. My older sister, I underprotected. And they're both messed up, so it doesn't matter what you do. Just love them. It's not easy. It's easy, R.A. Yes, sir.
Keep it going for Easy, ladies and gentlemen. Third time doing comedy with us. Great job, Ronald. One note, I would have loved to have seen you meet the controversy of the room. Like when you got a little kickback on the women in the kitchen joke, I would have loved to have seen you come back with the punchline about how you have the family member that's she's gay. You could have easily tied it to it, but like, so she's gay, so who cooks? Because you're talking about, yeah, or like, we're just giving notes. We don't know if it works until it works. All right. That was Ezra, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Easy. Coming up next to the stage, a regular. He's helped so much with the Comedy Simulator from beginning to its days now. Give it to Mr. Dan Stevie.
All right, let's keep it going for Chino. All right, let's keep it going for Paella Bay. So close. Swing and a miss. There you go. Don't forget to tip. Tip the staff, tip the bucket. I don't know. We've been having less tourists on the island, so I thought I'd dress up and make you guys feel a little bit better, like the economy's doing all right. You're welcome. But yeah, it's a little bit hard looking like the way I do when you buy drugs. Because everybody thinks I'm a cop. It's like, I'm not a cop. I was a soldier, not a cop. I'm not going to prove it. But I did find out it's a bad idea to wear a shirt that says police when you're at a drug deal. They don't see the irony, is my point. Like, fashion's hard. I just don't get it. How many drug fiends we got in the audience? Yeah, there we go. Good. Good. I'll be talking to you later. To buy, Jesus Christ. But it's hard dating now. How many people are dating? I'm assuming most of you. That was a bad segue. Jesus Christ. But it is hard. Like I've been out of the game for a while, and most of that is because of my wife. Hey, dating's really hard. when you're married. You know, it's hard to find a good girl that's also into adultery. They don't mix. Now, I would never cheat on her. It's just too small of an island. Way too small of an island. No, there's like another one. But like really, you know, so I've already fucked up the whole segue of the other joke. Jesus Christ. All right, I got to jump around now. All right. But like, so communication is hard. You know, it's hard to, you know, anytime you're in a relationship, communication's tough. It's extra hard on me because my wife is Swiss, and English is her fourth language. And she learned English in Ireland, which is fucking impossible. That was a bad Irish accent. Fuck it. I want to skip. All right, go to the notes. So over COVID, I actually decided to go straight edge, which was a bad idea. Like everybody started drinking and drugging, and I decided, no, what's one way to make it worse? Feel everything. Fucking don't recommend that shit, you know? But I was buying weed from this guy, and I just stopped, you know? And he just kept calling me, kept texting me. He's like, "Hey Dan, I got some great new stuff," and I just, you know, treated him like an ex, you know, a girlfriend with an old girlfriend, and just ghosted him. Bad girlfriend. Fuck. Yeah. Oh well, it ain't one of them nights. And I jumped straight to the fucking punch. So I'll be seeing you guys, drug guys, later. Because I am out. All right. I do have a bit of an anger problem. You know, anger management was going great, but then I got a bill I wasn't expecting. I'm like, what the fuck? Back to square one, man. Back to square one. It's like, okay, I see your point. I'll see you next week. But my father passed away. And like when a parent dies, like there's some things that kind of come out of the blue that you don't expect, just some feelings and emotions. And now, like around the house, like if there's a cockroach or a fly, I don't kill it because I don't know how reincarnation works. Just in case, you know. But my dad is buried at Hooker Cemetery, which is kind of weird because they made us pay in cash. All right, my name's Dan Stevie. That's my time. Thank you. I love you too.
Dan Stevie, ladies and gentlemen. Note for you is stage discipline, brother. I know you had some written material you were going to work on, and then you let the ADHD take over, and it took you into direction. You master yourself, sir, but good work. Jay Walker in the comments section, when you were talking about having problems with a Segway, he's like, this guy looks like he would break a Segway. That's pretty funny. Jay Walker, I'll give you a shout out for that one. That's a good one. Also, there's a comedian who's watching our show named Scarlett. Hi, Scarlett, who writes her jokes in the comment section. Scarlett, come out to Maui. We'll give you some stage time. We'll buy you some drinks. You can be a part of this. She constantly says how much better than that she is. Yeah, Jimbo will give you drugs and then take you home. No, not like that, but not like that either. He's not going to do that. All right, I'm going to walk around with the tip bucket to collect some of the cash. If you guys want to throw it forward, get it ready. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a comedian from a land far, far away. No, he doesn't have a speech impediment. That's just where he sounds, where he comes from. Give it up for Ivan.
Thank you so much. My name is Ivan. I am from Argentina. I don't know if you know this, but the least favorite movie for immigrants is The Ice Age. Great. Awesome. On another note, I'm getting married next month, which I'm very excited. Thank you. That's not true, but thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Recently, someone asked me, hey, what about your pronouns? And I said, dude, I am from Argentina. I pronounce the best I can. Is someone listening there? I'm measuring. I need to size this room. My sister asked me, hey, do you want to go see Disney on Ice? And I said, I only do weed. I said, you should quit that. That's bad for you. Yeah, I mean Disney. Quit Disney. That's it. I went on a date with a woman, a Latino lady. And we went to a bar. We asked a whiskey each. And the waiter said, do you want me to bring ice? And we were like, no. That wouldn't be neat. Okay. You know, Morse code is sweet. You know what's sweeter? S'mores code. If you want camping jokes, I have 10,000 of them. If you can bear them. You know, another camping joke, if I had to pick one of the Backstreet Boys, I'd pick Nick. No? Thank you. That's a bologna sandwich of a joke. I recently became an alchemist. I don't know if everyone can do this. I bought some Taco Bell, left it on the fridge. And the next day I put it in the air fryer and I turned it into shit. Anyone can do this. It's amazing. It's beautiful. My sister went to Baghdad. I'm sorry. She went back home to Argentina to put dad in a bag. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I've been diagnosed with severe depression. And I went to get my pills, and the pharmacist said, you're going to get really drowsy with this, but you should take a lot of caffeine, you know? It's like, great, awesome. You're giving me pills, and on top of that, I need to top it with more drugs, you know? Like, great. I called the suicide hotline. Pills are working great, you know? I called the suicide hotline, and I started speaking with a very positive guy, which is what's intended, right? I started telling him I enjoy doing comedy and everything, and he goes like, there's no happy comedians, you know that, right? And I'm like, he's the suicide hotline. He shouldn't say this, right? He's bad at his job, right? I told him, give me your full name. I want to put you in my suicide letter. This is great. Thank you for enjoying this. This is amazing. I'm performing for these two ladies. Thank you so much. My name is Ivan. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies.
All right, Ivan. Good set, man. Good set. Someone in the comments section was like, he looks like one of those Argentinians, right? He means former Nazis, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, you know a lot of Argentinians with red hair and green eyes? Okay. All right. Just saying. No, great set. What I have for notes, did I have notes for you? Because I was walking around. I did not write any notes for you because I was walking around. We'll talk about it later. All right. Coming to the stage next, one of my favorite comedians who's been in and out of the scene. We're so happy to have her. Give it up for Ruth Allen.
What's up, you guys? Can we get a little bit of energy? Amazing. Hi. I'm so happy to be here, but I am in a little bit of a bad mood because I've been stressed all week, so I've been breaking out, which I think it's really unfair that, like, the human body's response to stress is like, oh, you're feeling overwhelmed? Would it help if you felt ugly? Because no. Every time I'm like, please don't do that. It's going to make it so much worse. But yeah, stress for normal reasons, essentially. But I think it's funny that you chose peer review for the theme, because I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, something else that stresses me out is just generally what guys say at open mics. Like, I was at an open mic many years ago where a guy went on stage and he told the crowd that he liked watching porn better than having sex because pussy smells bad. No, yeah, gay, but also, what a cool fucking guy. Right? I was like, he seems really nice and fun. I'm gonna buy him a shot. Like, you like watching porn better than having sex is such a wild thing to say. It's like saying you like watching the show Friends better than having friends. Like, what do you mean? It's supposed to be a placeholder. It's not the whole fucking thing, right? And his whole thing is he was like, porn never prepared me for how bad pussy stinks. And I was like, who the fuck are you having sex with? Like, have sex with people who bathe. Like, that was my first thought, right? Yeah. I was like, if it smells that rank, just walk away. Because my biggest issue with, like, a lot of my female friends will tell me that, like, their biggest complaint is like, oh, you don't get to see a guy's dick until it's too late to back out. And I was like, what? It's never too late to back out. Like, I have lost count of the amount of times that I've seen a guy's dick and been like, you know what? No, thank you. I'm going to go home. Fuck ugly dicks. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, damn. And, like, not to be a hater, everybody, like, people got some fucked up situations downstairs. It's like, I just don't want a personal part of that. It's okay. Like, you don't have to kill yourself. Just don't show it to me. Yeah, this guy being like, pussy smells so fucking bad. I was like, listen, I'm a lady. I have one on me right now, actually. And I've smelled my own, and I've smelled others. And personally, I think pussy smells like weed. In that when you first start smoking weed, you're like, ew, it smells like a skunk. But then you smoke for a while. And then later, you're like, this shit is dank. Yeah, there's different strains. Like, open the bag and deep inhale like an adult. Like, and also, like, it seemed so wild coming from a dude where I was like, question for the men in the room. Clap if you feel confident that I could smell your dick right now and not throw up. Okay. But did you see how not every man in the room clapped? And some clapped like they maybe thought, I don't know, she might. Like, I love that joke because I think that the men in the room are genuinely afraid that I might come around and check. You know? Like, that's why the men who don't clap, I'm like, you're really that nasty, huh? Oh, my God, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I tell a lot of jokes about sex because it's fun. It's funny. And also the whole thing about pussy smelling bad, I'm like, that's such a bizarre thing to me to say because what is pussy if not just like a fancy butthole? You know, it's like a hole in your body with little skin flaps. Like, what did you expect it to smell like? And seeing a dick is so fucking scary. Like, they're so gnarly. And I don't know, as strange and psychotic as sex can be, like, I really genuinely, for the most part, have been having a good time. And I was talking to a guy friend the other day, and he was telling me just the horror show of sexual encounters that he had. And I was like, damn, I feel like I'm talking to a woman right now. Like, why is shit going so badly for you? Because, like, I don't know, the last relationship I had was like terrible, but he would make me come so hard I looked like Danny in The Shining. I was like convulsing and foaming from the mouth. Maybe that's only funny to me. Anyway, I'm gonna give up my time. Chino, get back over here.
Keep it going for Ruth Allen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to give you notes because I could tell that you were shopping some new stuff there and you knew exactly what you were working on. I'm not going to mess with that. I would have loved to have seen an act out of somebody trying to brave a stinky pussy, like, and still trying to get to it, just being like, or maybe like what you would do if there was a stinky dick in the room. If it was a beautiful dick but it stank, how far would you be willing to go? I don't know. Just some ideas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a performer who hasn't been on stage with us for a while. We missed her. Give it up for Miss Devlin.
Did you miss me? Hi, I'm Devlin Ray. I'm going to sing an original, Kaleidoscope Eyes. I see you. You reflect all the colors of the sky with your mind. Your kaleidoscope eyes, so wise, so wise. You are made of the earth, light and dark. The air she howls through your thoughts, and the fire that burns, it fills you with her. You are so beautiful. Can I kiss your soul and more? Ooh, la, la, la. You always claim that you're salty, but all I ever see is milk and honey, and I get so fucking nervous. Butterflies in my stomach, and the sea, she rocks you to sleep. Are you as weird as me? Doubt it. Do you ask the trees for signs? Do you look up at the moon and think crystals in our palms? We are getting along through our days with the right ones. Well, that's what we hope. And when I look into your eyes, I see home. Your kaleidoscope eyes, so wise, so wise. Puzzle pieces, facts. Wearing creepy hats, never mask. Always who we are. And I am so grateful, 'cause you are a wish that I made upon a star. So, if you're salt, can I be pepper? We'd be perfect for dinner. Yeah, you know, flavors, they're fucking lifesavers. So, we are. Thank you.
One more time for Devlin, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Notes for that set are not hard. That was not funny. I think we all agree it was music. That was not funny. Appreciated. Can't give notes because it was not comedy. We're going to try not to do anything that's not comedy here. That is my note for the rest of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage next, on his way to Hana, so he's got to hurry. Give it up for Shahane Nelson.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Shane Nelson. Thank you. They like it, Brian. I'm 33 years old. I have an adult male roommate. Yeah, we're not related. We're not in a relationship. I just live with a 50-year-old man. That's cool, right? It's cool when a few dudes live. Like, dudes living together is pretty cool until you get too many dudes, because once you have too many dudes living together, you become an army, and that's not cool. There's enough armies, dude. And let's say me and my friends, we make an army by accident. Now we need a war. It's a whole thing I was thinking about on my way here. I live with an adult 50-year-old man, dude. And the other night, I was sitting on the couch, and my roommate looked at me, and he said, "Hey, man, I have to give you a heads up. The fridge is really cold." I was like, "That's a good thing. That's what it's supposed to be cold, right?" He's like, "No, dude, I turned up the setting." And so I went in my fridge to look at the settings, and there's 5 settings of different cold. Number 3 is called normal, which is what I'm assuming you all have your fridge set on. Normal. We went past normal, way past normal, all the way to number 5, which is marked really cold. Our fridge is freezing. Our fridge is so cold that the crisper has become a freezer. So there's a freezer on the top and the freezer on the bottom of my fridge. I had a cabbage in the crisper, frozen solid. Frozen solid cabbage, not good. But the milk, 1 layer up, right on the edge, it wasn't frozen, it wasn't slushy, it was just like the coldest milk can be. I say milk like that we're gonna have to get over it. Milk, I'm just gonna say it 20 times so you guys can get used. Milk, 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 milk. Dude, I'm from the Midwest, dude. That's how we say milk. People are super kind in the Midwest. I went to see my parents in Bemidji recently, and I was pushing a shopping cart in Aldi's, which is a wonderful store, and I ran over this young lady's foot, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "Don't let it happen again." Minnesota nice, baby. I've lived on Maui. I moved here originally in 1999. I left for high school, and then I came back. I've been out here for about 15 years. And I try not to talk Pidgin because I feel like I'm a poser if I speak Pidgin. But I caught myself the other day. There's one time I will talk Pidgin, which is when I'm talking to my pit bull. I'll say things to my pit bull like, "You like go beach? You like go park?" He's like, "I like go park." I'll be eating at the table. I'll be like, "Hey, brah, you like scraps?" Just with my pit bull, baby. A few weeks ago, there's a comedy on Tuesday nights at Vibe in Kihei. It sucks. It sucks. We're very thankful for it, Morgan. Morgan's our host. He's a wonderful host. But it's brutal. It's like it's where you go to become a man and find roommates. 50-year-old roommates. I was like, "You want to go back to my place and pay rent with me after this?" Dude, a few weeks ago, I picked up a girl afterwards, and I brought her back to my place, and we were, I'm not going to say making love, we were having sex, and I warned her, I was like, "Hey, I have a roommate, so we have to be quiet." And then as soon as the sex starts, she starts being loud right away, no quiet. And you can't tell a woman to be quiet during sex, it kind of ruins it, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just going to cover her mouth. So I put my fingers on her mouth, and then she started sucking one of my fingers, and I was like, I tried to cover her mouth a little bit more. She starts sucking another finger, and now I realize the only way
forward is all the way in. So I put all my fingers in her mouth. And I was like, I am going to make, let me finish. I said to the girl that night. I'm going to leave on that. Thank you for having me. That was very fun. Goodbye. My name is Shane Nelson.
Great job, Shane. Shane Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. What, are you trying to make me laugh? Trying to make me come, motherfucker? What was that shit? Fingers in the mouth. Whatever happened to just looking someone in the eyes, huh? I guess that can only be done from so many positions. All right. Coming up next to the stage, somebody with an instrument, but I think he promised jokes. He promised. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what he's going to do either. If you know him for his reputation, you have no clue what he's going to do. Give it for Mr. Brian Michaels.
How the fuck are y'all doing tonight? Make some fucking noise, Bahia. Come on. Bunch of dead-ass motherfuckers. I just carry this around because it looks cool. I can't play it or anything. Fuck. Just pick up hippie chicks on the fucking strip out here, you know? That's what I'm doing. I've been divorced recently, like 3 years ago. Give it up for divorce. Fucking A. It's way better than being married. Actually, I'm still married on paper for tax purposes. Yeah. My wife took half of my business in the divorce. You know what I got in the divorce? The bag of mismatched socks. That's all I got. Man, that's a quiet room. Like, y'all didn't have a fucking bag of mismatched socks. Anybody in here married? Just one fucking person? That's why y'all hoes is out here all the time. I'm out here, Captain Saving the Hoe. These bitches, they're everywhere. Fucking ruining my life. Ruining my life. Restraining orders, shit like that, yeah. You know how many charges I had last year? 23. Yeah, 23. I did 8 days at MCCC. I'm a gangster now. But the bitch would move me in and shit. She'd be like, get rid of your apartment and move in with me. And I was like, well, you still have a restraining order on me. She's like, it doesn't mean anything. And then I'd get arrested. I had the cops go meet with me. I gave the judge a list of stuff that was at her house that was, it was unreal. It's a fucking good list. It's like my trailer, a couch, a golden retriever, butt plugs, 3 vibrators, a cock ring. Fuck, I don't know what else. It's fucking all kinds of shit. She sold my couch. Yeah, she sold my couch on Facebook. So if y'all bought a couch, appreciate it. Yeah, I seen peer review. I thought we was going to just be making fun of each other, Chino. Fuck. I was like, I'm coming to that. I'm ready for that. We can? No, I don't. I don't want to do that. It's make people feel bad about themselves, and then, you know, they'll end up 50-something years old and divorced, living with Shane. Fuck. I'm glad that's not me. The question always comes up between straight guys, would you suck a dick for $1 million? I'm like, yeah, I'd suck a dick for $1,000. This comedy shit ain't working out, you know? But what if you had to negotiate that blowjob, like on the show Pawn Stars? And they're like, I don't think it's worth $1,000. I have to call in my expert on sucking dick. So you wait around about 20 minutes. The expert walks in the door, and it's my mom. And she's like, he wouldn't be good at that. He never finishes anything. Man, y'all are attentive crowd, but a very quiet crowd. Y'all should heckle or something. Fuck. Peer review. What the fuck is that, Chino? Sometimes you got to do some things in comedy you're not comfortable with, right? Like suck a dick for $1,000. It's 20 on it. Hey, is your dick stinky, Jimbo? I know it is. So I wrote a song about it. You like to hear it? Here it goes. Every day a star is born. but you might have to start porn. Then you wake up in the morning, and your butthole is all torn. As you're reaching for the sky, sacrificing your brown eye. If you have to screw a guy, just make sure that you are high. 'Cause if you want to be famous, you gotta take it in the anus. If you want to be on Netflix, gonna have to suck a few dicks. If you want to be on TV, you might have to touch a pee-pee. 'Cause to make it in LA, you're either Jewish or you're gay. When you get up on the stage, and you're trying to get paid, but before you got it made, somebody's surely getting laid. Sometimes you have to play the game, chasing your fortune and your fame. Out here trying to make a name, but you will never poop the same. 'Cause if you want to be famous, everybody gotta take it in the anus. If you want to be on Netflix, gonna have to suck a few dicks. If you want to be on TV, you might have to touch a pee-pee. 'Cause to make it in LA, you're either Jewish or you're gay. Give it up for Chino Forge, Power Up Comedy, and Paya Coffee Bar.
Keep going for Brian Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to give him any notes except for guitar lessons. I'll give you a number. I love how he's strumming the guitar and then looking at his left hand like there's a chord being played. Yeah, that's open E, open E, open E all the time. One more time, Brian Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Update. Scarlett said she doesn't want to just come out for an open mic. Hey, Scarlett, send me some videos to Chino Bra. If you're funny enough, I'll book you as a headliner. We'll pay for your tickets in paying you out, so no more bullshit. Let's see it. Send me that video. Let's see if you're funny. All right, coming to the stage right now, another person from another country. So if you don't understand what he's saying, don't worry. We'll put subtitles on it later. Give it up for Bashar!
Yeah. It is nice to be up here. The other country he's speaking of is Iraq. I am Iraqi. I'm actually bringing more Iraqis to the island. I'm having a baby soon. Give it up, guys. Appreciate it. With how things are going with the economy right now, this baby is going to learn intermittent fasting pretty quick. All right? It's going to be a low-fat baby, tell you right now. My girl wants to have home birth, right? So I've humored her, and we went to a midwife, and she wants $9,500, okay? So here I am in Bank of Hawaii trying to convince the teller, okay, to put this loan on my baby's name, and they weren't having it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This baby's gonna be paying debt from the moment she's here. I've been reading a lot of self-help books recently. Trying to be better. Bring positivity. Be mindful of the people that are around me. On a different note, a good friend of mine just got diagnosed with skin cancer. So I had to be there in person to tell him, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So you're going to have to write this one on your own, bud. I can't take these chances. I'm about to be a father, so. I recently bought a lamb leg from a Jewish rabbi. It's a true story, okay? I come in and I'm like, salam. He goes, shalom, right? And I'm like, is it halal? He's like, yeah, it's kosher, right? And it just dawned on me how much, we're similar in a lot of ways. We both circumcise our kids, without them consenting for it, right? And I also thought of why is the rest of the world hate our guts, right? It all makes sense. Everybody just want to eat bacon
and drink beer, and we're here just no fun for everyone. Okay. Yeah, so where we go from here, I wanted to talk about some of that stuff that might be fun. We've been fighting about a temple for the last 3,000 years, and I figured if we just treat it like an Airbnb, might be a better move for everybody, right? Friday for Muslims, Saturdays for Jews, and Sundays for Christians, right? But of course, the rabbi was like, well, it was promised to us. So I killed the rabbi. I did. Okay. All right. Where are we going with this? The World Cup, the Soccer World Cup is coming up. You guys give it up if you're gay. No, we watch. No, actually, Iraq made it to the World Cup. It's kind of turned into some DEI type of stuff right now. It used to be 32 countries. Now it's 48 countries. Iraq made it, and I get a family member calling me, and he's like, hey, cousin, I'm trying to watch these games. If you can sponsor my visa. And I was like, here's the thing, Osama. We are going through a lot as a country right now. Okay, so the one thing I'm not going to do is to sponsor another Iraqi to come into this great nation. I actually had to dilute my own baby to bring it to this world. My girlfriend is half white, so... okay, so I told him to lose my number. That's actually my cousin. Okay, guys, you've been very tolerant. Thank you for paying attention. My name is Bashar. Keep it going for Chino.
Keep it going for Bashar, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finalizing the show, so I don't have time for notes anymore. Bashar, talk to me for your notes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 4 more comedians left, and only so much time to do it, so we're going rapid fire. You guys ready for the home stretch? Just a few more left and we can call it night. You guys ready? Then give it up for your next comic, Mr. E.
Hey, thank you, everyone. Let's give another big, warm round of applause for Paria Bay Coffee Bar. Or better yet, tip them like you live here. Also, keep going for Chino at 4. I'm really impressed with how far the comedy simulator is going. Let's give him a big round of applause. Also, tip them like you live here. And then, hey, let's give all the comedians tonight a big round of applause. Brave enough to come up here for peer review. That's a lot of courage. And finally, give yourselves a round of applause, sticking here long enough to watch my judgment. Much less impressive. Also much less impressive. I mean, like, way less impressive than, like, Maui's stunning beaches, sunsets, rainbows, and waterfalls. The tourists, man. You locals gotta know what I'm talking about. I saw the most amazing thing in Paia one day. I actually saw a tourist mom teach her child. She's like, come on, sweetie, we got to make room for other people on the sidewalk. I was literally, like, dead in my tracks, astounded. I literally missed it. Like, I witnessed a miracle on concrete. It's just really, really peculiar to see a tourist show consideration to someone else. I felt like I should mark the calendar. But it seems like Maui is just so stunningly beautiful. It leaves the tourists cross-eyed. It's really the only way to explain why they're always 20 feet outside of the crosswalk. But it's a lot to bring in. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really love the tourists. They bring life to Maui, you know. They bring a lot to it. But it's just like, why do they got to treat the sidewalk like their own personal red carpet? I mean, how many people do you see the Paia shuffle? They're like, step, stop, step, stop. Oh my God, honey, there's a chicken. Step, stop. Then they're taking a selfie with the same chicken. You want to be like, brah, that chicken's been here since 2009. It's not going anywhere. Neither is the sunset. Can we please act like we've seen color before? You know, like all these locals, people like work and do stuff here. They're just stuck in the red carpet in slow motion, just trying to buy milk before it's dark out. And it's like, no, there's all these people in the way. This beautiful Maui hostage situation. It's perfect, except for everybody comes to see how perfect it is. But no, I mean, I wasn't born here, and I'm not leaving. I made this mistake of eating fresh pineapple and mango, and I'm not going back. I have this rational fear of planes that leave Maui now, so I don't know how many years I have to be here before I don't count as a tourist, but I do know what a crosswalk is for. Oh, man. Boy, I feel almost as smart as a crosswalk up here right now. I think I heard one chuckle. Also, I'm very, very relieved that the taco woman was left. I want to show support. I'm stoked about winning the taco contest, but I was scared about wearing this shirt after I heard her bit. Hot for tacos? Not anymore. Man, I like spicy tacos, but that might be too spicy for me. I might be making myself sick talking about eating tacos now. I'm going to let it go at that. Everybody have a good night.
I'll give you notes later if you want them, but top comment for that one was Brian Kirk. He says, you look like you go to the gym to shower. That's a good one, Kirk. I appreciate that. All right, coming up next to the stage, very funny, the roast battle winner of this year, Miss Lindsay Roth.
Give it up for Chino, everyone. Hi, commenters. Fuck you all. My favorite one so far is that there must be something in the water in Hawaii. And I don't know if you guys seen the news, but there is. It's Kash Patel. I love talking about him because he's insane. You guys hear what happened? He went snorkeling in Hawaii, which is not unusual. But he went snorkeling, of all places, at Pearl Harbor. Has anyone gone in the water there? No, I think only dead people are in the water there. Jimbo likes that one. Going snorkeling at Pearl Harbor is like having a family fun run in the Arlington Cemetery. Or like free soloing Mount Rushmore. It's like as sacrilegious as taking the Lakota Black Hills and making Mount Rushmore. Okay. Or as disrespectful as putting a military base on stolen Hawaiian lands. Okay, that one was fun. Let's talk more about politics. Have you guys heard that the U.S. Postal Service will be closing down before the end of the year? I know, the elder women in the back are upset about mail being canceled. Anyone else use mail still? No? Okay, just the woman with a boyfriend in prison and these boomers. Thank you, Elizabeth Warren. You're going to save our country. Yeah, the USPS, their motto is like through rain, through sleet, through snow, but certainly not through this political climate. And I think someone needs to tell Trump supporters that if there is no mail, then there are no mail order brides. Because what are you going to do? Have UPS order brides? FedEx? That's how you send them back? Young Brothers? No, I think they'll be UPS order brides. Do you guys actually know the UPS slogan? It is, Bashar will like this. It's, what do you want Brown to do for you? That's literally their slogan. And I think the answer is unpaid labor. What's next after slavery? Yeah. I feel like it's important to talk about politics because we're all getting fucked, but we're all like arguing about stuff that we'll never agree on, and we just need to like really talk about the important things that impact us all, right? We're always arguing about things like guns. Let me just finish that argument. Do you know who's going to win in the argument against guns? It's the people who have the guns, all right? So we're going to be a pro-gun place. That's terrifying. Legally, there's no way you can own a gun, sir. We also argue about abortion, and let's just face it, the pro-life people are always going to win because the pro-abortion people aren't making any more voters. I think it's more important that we talk about things that are going to impact all of us, like why are overdraft fees legal? I know that affects everyone in here. You all seem very poor. Or what else? Oh, I think my favorite is like car registrations. Has anyone had to do one of those recently? How much? They're like $200. No, no one has a registered car here. Dan. Okay, so a car registration is when you register the car with the government, and it costs like $200 in the state. I don't know about other places, and I just don't understand why you have to do it every single year. It probably costs more money to like take it off of registration than leave it on, and cars don't usually change, right? Like, why would you have to update that? You like got rid of your truck nuts, and now it identifies as a hatchback? All right, thank you guys. My name is Lindsay Roth. Give it up for your hosts.
Great job, Lindsay. Lindsay Roth, one more time. All right, coming up next to the stage, you remember him from last week and the week before. There's no introduction for him other than his name. Give it up for Uncle Squiddy.
Choo! All right, keep it going for Brother Chino, the host with the most hot sauce. That's right. And thanks for all staying out all night tonight. You guys are some hammers, eh? All night here listening to us funny comedians. Our stoke tonight is peer help, yeah, because it's only my third time up here, so I get plenty to learn, so I like some feedback. But maybe we're running out of time now, so might not get any, but that's okay. We're going to try anyway. But I heard some guys still using AI for their comedy, yeah? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's right. It's not too pono. All I get for say about that is, I ain't gonna do none of that. All these jokes is 100% original. I guarantee you that. And one other thing I heard about being one stand-up comedian is everybody's saying you gotta have stage presence. Stage presence. I'm looking at all the other guys coming up here. I don't see anybody with presents. And I'm wondering, who's supposed to bring the gifts? You guys bringing the gifts? Or I gotta bring them? I love presents. Okay. That one never worked, yeah? Nobody like presents. Not everybody like presents. Okay. Well, another thing I know about, I figure about being a stand-up comic is sometimes you gotta just slow down, yeah? Cannot go too fast. Gotta let that suspense build a little bit, huh? Just like driving these roads around up country nowadays. You gotta slow down, huh? No more choice because they get speed bumps everywhere. And I seen this guy on Facebook. He moved the county take all the speed bumps out. But he said because they're ruining our automobiles and messing with our mental health. For real, that's what he said. But I figure if your mental health getting ruined by speed bumps, your mental health not too good already. And one other thing I heard is they keep changing the names of the speed bumps. You know why? Because first they would call them speed bumps, eh? But then all the coke addicts was getting triggered. So then they wouldn't call them speed humps. But then all the sex addicts was getting triggered. So then they wouldn't call them speed tables. But then all the food addicts was getting triggered. And now the latest one I seen, you ain't gonna drive highly miley. They're calling them speed cushions. For real, speed cushions. And you know who gonna get triggered now? All the privileged white people, huh? That's all I get for you guys tonight. Mahalos.
Uncle Squiddy, ladies and gentlemen. Tell him like how it is. Get it for Uncle Squiddy. All right, coming up next to the stage, a person who goes by a name that's not just a name, but also a noun. It's time for me to give you space. Space!
What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, it was all right. It's all right. It's show. I'm going to read from my phone. Don't hate me. I'm just not a comic, but I just like to make jokes and write stuff down on the notes when I'm bored. But yeah, so I started going to therapy. Anyone started going to therapy recently? You know, it's a new thing to do. Everyone's going to therapy. It was a scary thing for me, honestly. It was a scary thing to go to therapy. Scary to be vulnerable. You know, I was afraid to show anyone how fucked up I could get while still remaining cool, calm, collected. Telling jokes is normal, you know? So instead, I went to parties and would show people how fucked up I can get while remaining cool and telling jokes just as normal. Play on words. But yeah, I really didn't want to go because I just didn't want to feel like someone was talking to me like I was stupid, like my whole family did when I was younger. I always had aunties coming over to the house at dinner, family parties. They would rip out the photo book and start telling me, showing me pictures, saying, these are pictures of me when I was younger. And I would look at her and say, I know how photos work, you dumbass. Damn. And that's my set. Thank you.
Give over space. Apparently, space and time are related. If you, 'cause that was a fast set. All right, coming up next to the stage, Mr. Man Bun himself, Eddie V.
I don't know who's left. This is still a good room. It just needs to get warmed up a little. I've got some really exciting news. Just the thing to warm everybody up. Guess what? It's my birthday on Friday. Yes! And guess what else? Mandalorian is coming out. I'm a freaking nerd. I already bought 10 tickets. I bought out a whole row in the theater. Shit's gonna be crazy. And I figured out, this is really cool. I figured out how like the key to longevity. And Dove might know this already. This is cool. Every birthday, I add on 4 years. So when in 2029, I will be 69. And I will be 69ing a 49-year-old hippie chick, which is still in my wheelhouse, by the way. But she's going to want to know the key to this crazy longevity, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But I think it's genius. We lie about being older, you know, when we're young, so we can get into bars and stuff. True story. I took my license and I erased half of the 8 and made it a 3. So I was born in 1963, so I could get into the bars. And it was still like doable. I was like, 23, 24, you know. I was tall, so I got away with it. So it was really interesting. And let me just dig in my little scenario here. The one thing that happened to me, I went out with this hippie chick. It's funny, man. She told me, this is a true story, that she used to she did actively put peanut butter on her pussy. And she would let her German Shepherd lick it off. I have never been so jealous of a German Shepherd. Okay, scented tampons. Scented tampons, how about ragu scented? I hear nope. Hey, it's the end of the night. Oh, it's gonna get weird. It's like my dear Uncle Earl said. Oh, God bless, rest his soul. Uncle Earl was amazing. Uncle Earl was so cool. You know what he would tell when the old ladies would come, because he worked at the hardware store, and they'd come in, do you have any mothballs? And he would say, no, but we got a large assortment of butterfly nuts. That's good old Uncle Earl. He was good. My buddy and I were arguing about who's got the best breasts, you know, in Hollywood, and you know, it's a real tit for tat. He was going to keep me abreast of the situation, but oh yeah, wah wah wah. But it's he's got it's so. I'm not going to do that. It's utter nonsense. So I want to pitch a new reality series called How to Catch a Redditor. So Big Dad Energy, did you in fact contact Cecile the Seal, you know, and say these statements, or like big, you know, How to Catch a Redditor. Okay, Hawaiian Hammer 808. Did you in fact catch so and so on the? I'm working on it. How to Catch a Redditor. I'm Eddie V. You guys are amazing.
Eddie V, ladies and gentlemen. That's disgusting that that dog was eating peanut butter out of her vagina. But I bet that dog had a really nice coat. Just think about all of that peanut oil. All right. We got, I believe this is the last one for the night. Kai boy. Kai, you ready? Kai, you ready? All right, last set of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be announcing the audience member of the night after this. You'll get free hot sauce and comic of the night. Give it up for Kai.
What's up, you fuckers? My pounders. So, you guys all heard about this fucking guy. You guys all heard about this fucking guy, yeah? He threw the rock at the fucking monk seal, right? Right? Huh? What was his name? What was his fucking name? Igor. Igor, that bitch. Threw the fucking rock at the monk seal. But hey, you guys never heard the backstory, right? The backstory about Igor and why he threw the rock at the monk seal. So, Igor, he's an ugly fucker. So he fucking had all this money, right? So when he came to Maui, he brought with him one chick, and he was trying to impress her, and he was buying her all kind of shit, spending 10 grand at the Grand Wailea. He's buying her all the fucking shit. You can't hear me? Roger that. So, this fucker was buying all kind of shit for this chick. He paid for her to come to Maui with him, Igor. The fucker who threw the rock at the monk seal. You guys know that fucker, right? So, we all hate him. And anyway, so Igor was trying to get with this chick, and he paid 10 grand for the hotel room. He paid for the rent a car. He paid for all her dinners, and she still wouldn't. He never get nothing. He never get sex. He never get nothing. He never get blowjob, nothing. So the girl was like, "Oh, I need drugs to get with you. You fucking Igor. You is gross." So this fucker went to Haiku, and he goes to pick up drugs for the fucking bitch that he was with, that went to him to Maui, right? And so he picks up those drugs for the girl, and they're coming down Kokomo Road, and she's all lit, and she's finally going to give him some roadhead, right? So Igor is all excited. He's like, fuck, yeah, I'm going to finally get some roadhead from this bitch. And then right there, she pulls down his pants, you know, the zipper. They're driving down. He didn't know he was Kokomo Road. So Kokomo Road, fucking speed bumps wide, right? Bump country. This fucker jumps the speed bump, never see him. Chick bites his head of his dick right off, and it flies out the truck. She flies it right out the truck. She's fucking grossed out, right? So Igor gets his head of his dick bit off with this bitch. Right there. Fucker gotta go hospital. They can't find his head. They can't sew it back on. Shit is fucked, right? So Igor, he finally recovers after like 3 days in the hospital. He goes to the fucking beach where he's trying to fucking get over this shit where this bitch bit his head off his dick. Just a tip. So right there, Igor sees this monk seal. Lonnie. Innocent fucking Lonnie swimming through the fucking ocean. She pops her head up, looks just like the tip of his dick. Just looks like his fucking dick, right? So Igor grabs this big fucking rock, bombs it at the fucking monk seal. Tries to take off her head, just like his head just got taken off. Bump country. Remove the speed bumps, they fucking everything up. See, guys? Haiku, too many speed bumps. Fucking everybody up. Headless Horseman. Fuck this shit. Hey. Well, fuck Igor too. Love you guys. That's the backstory.
All right, that was Kai, and that was the rest of the night. Did you guys have a good time tonight? Thank you for joining us for the Comedy Simulator, Maui's most entertaining open mic, if only seconded place by the Vibe one. We will see you next week. What theme should we do next week? Anybody got any suggestions? What are we thinking? Crowd work? Feels like a crowd work week? Hey, we're doing crowd work next week. Crowd work, audience, come prepared, get ready, because we're going to work you. What was that? Yeah. I'm going to start announcing the topics 1 week in advance so people can prepare for them a little bit better. Audience member of the week got their sauce already. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us. Who do you think comic of the night was? What are we thinking? Throw out some names. What was that? Kai? I don't think so. The big guy, Charles? Yeah, I think he left. Charles was funny. Charles was funny, but he left already. I'll get into contact. I think it was Charles. What do you guys think? Charles? The 6'10" giant that was up here that shook my hand like a bunch of bananas? Jesus. You should have seen it's like putting my hand into a baseball glove. It was crazy. All right. I'll give it to Chuck. I'll find out his Instagram or his Venmo over the internet. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching online. Appreciate you guys. Get home safe. End simulation. We'll see you next week. We love you. Take care of the staff. They took great care of you. Give it up for all of our people at Paia Bay Coffee and Bar. They've been doing wonderful tonight. Give it up for them one more time. One more time. Maddie, Kaika, Danny, wonderful people. We'll see you guys next week. We love you. Bye.